Hi all, welcome to my game week 60 squads. We have a lot of squads sorted. Some we didn't get sorted in the end for various reasons, but nonetheless we are sorted and should be good fun ahead hopefully. Let me know how many squads you're running this game week, if you've got any midweek rewards as well. NC, as far as I believe, we are like 4 rare essence, and that is about us from one squad, but we will wait and see. So, special wise, Cap 250, 2 full squads, Malaneka, Guilherme Delgado, Navarro, Yamashita, Yanez, Suzuki, Bogle, Shoji and Wanma. The rare version is just Bahunik, Kono, Jason and Vipotnik. Busk obviously isn't playing, but we've now been like third choice there on loan, which is a laugh. If I'm honest, they should just send them back to Saunders, Jisk, but hey ho, what can you do? So all-star wise, Shinton could be playing because he turned out he's not getting suspended or something. He's been like thrown out, but I thought put him in as all usable squads as possible. KGH, Kono, Marusic, Lee Sung-woo and Derek Williams, Danny Gomez, Kim Min-tae, Shota, Fukuoka and Kellen Acosta there. Prem squads all now have starting keepers. I've managed to make it happen one way or another. So Pope, another Areola, two Areolas and a Pope has now been brought in. Pope for in season just helps give an alternative to what was available. I tried to get Leno, didn't happen. I felt Pope was maybe a more reliable shout for clean sheets, and at the price as well, it was like just over 10, so I wasn't complaining. So Flecken, Mitchell, Janel, Keenan Lewis Potter and Webster, Utara, Anderson, Collins, Tavernier, Rodrigo Muniz brought in for 60p, Chris Richards, Munetsi and Andre, Ramsdale, Drissa Ganagia, Classic, Munoz, Shade and Pinnock. Forward version of Shade is handy. I tried to get Damsgaard as well, but time beat me and others nabbing stuff as well. With Areola, Chris Richards, Janel, Tavernier and Wood, which is Melisar, Nordgaard, Pinnock, Janel and Areola. Then I feel going Liverpool stack in the warm-up is the play, so Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah, Szoboszlai and Ganagia. Feel Salah's captain's kind of academic. All the Liga squads have goalies as usual, and we've tried to make sure everyone's starting as best as possible. So we brought in Majika at last after failing to get him for the Mallorca thing. Got Yangel Herrera brought in, so we're quite happy there. Being able to fill in gaps where possible across the board. For the warm-up, it is all about Betis, so I've got Sabali as the limited, but I've gone Oblak, Sergio Carrera, Isco and Anthony as the squad. But yeah, it's definitely some fun squads. Got to be wary with Rubio, but played really well last night, so might play in my favour quite well. Bundesliga, we bought 3 cheap keepers in of Muller, Omlin and Viner. I'll probably buy another Omlin on the cheap, most likely. But I will wait and see. I might even buy 2 more, to be honest, because Viner and Muller, I think Muller's maybe a couple more weeks that he might be getting subbed out, but we'll wait and see. Bundesliga, initially was pondering for this to go all Bayern, but I went Damen, which is bold of me. Mittelstad, Kimmich and Kane, with Fuller being the limited. MLS, we've tried to field a Series 5. The other 2 squads are just hope for the best, but I'm definitely going to sit down probably next week, address the in-season squads, especially because the classic squads are fine, it's just the in-season needs the work. Didn't work with specialist in the end, even though I could have put the team in and just hoped for the best. But the main team for Rare is Sean Johnson, Nathan Byrne, Kellen Costa, Ura and Joseph Martinez. With Adekugbe being injured, scuppered that a little bit, but not complaining. I feel it's a good 5. Limited wise, in the classic department, we've got Yohei, Reem, Roldan, Espinoza, Eva Boys, Uzune, Shambos, Waterman, Coronel and Clark, Sviatchenko, Willis, Westwood, Artur and Ura. Feel all 3 are strong. Brought in Denke, Kai Wagner, Stuver, Ryan Gold and Nathan Byrne as our kind of sticking with the same 5, just changed Messi for Denke. Just seemed a very viable shout. Time beat me in the end for rare starting goalkeepers and champs. We've got Miswazo, Caceres, Lafort is brought into the team, so if it's going to really score well, if the 4 outfield players in this has a real chance. And then Schwallow is the keeper, who actually could still start. It was like, if you were to look at, I've looked at quite a few different predictions across like people that talk about like German football, and Schwallow actually went up as high as 30%. It was like a 30%. I was like a 30% chance that he could start. I was like, but it's all because like Rona was like leaking goals just now, and form's like horribly out the window. And they're like, oh, we might. They're like, oh, we might just change the keeper. Like, but saying that, who knows what will happen. But Busk was brought in because I'd never got him dealt with. Chirivella, Gunter, King, and Mensah. I need to bring in another rear attacker because King's still injured, I believe. Then across like the in-season and classic squads that are in divisions like 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Get Boutez, Leinen, Hannon, Lafort and Eckstein. Boutez is in like 2 of the squads, Lecomte is in 1, Guite is in 1, Larsenur. Got Radu for less than £2, which is not too bad, who's going to be playing pretty much I think till the end of the season. So if you'd first got him it was like 30p, but like to pay like just over £1 more isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. All I really need to do for this is bring another in-season forward in, and I should be alright, I would say, especially when this team is all in season. These are both sorted with 4 and 1, so it's just joys of lack of options at that point. This team has potential if all 5, not just all 5 play, but if Jimenez at least gets either bench or starts and can get a decisive, because Gulagu, Santa Maria and Tarkovsky just now are all putting good numbers in, and even Guaita when he's been playing steady. Laborde brought up Benjamin Andre in just for rare perspective for champ, and like sweeties, so I wasn't exactly complaining because we got rid of junk. For the this competition we went for the champ warm up. Petrovic, Sierro, Hulsen, Kimmich and Mbappe. See how that one plays out. Then we have, in terms of the in-season squad for Challenger, we brought Bruns in on cheap. Foreigners is now fit to play, and looks like first starting game back is against Ajax. That's going to be a laugh. But it's Figaro, Engels, who is likely to be on the bench, but he did get a decisive coming off the bench last week. So see how that one plays out. Flornus and Peterson. Bigger problem is as well is because of no RKC and like AZ, I think, and other teams that are in Europe, those that have got those fixtures, it just kind of scuppered me. So I was like, I can't play him or I can't play him. So like these 4-man squads of like Vergever, Sakamoto, Fleming and Venta, if they can put big numbers in, fair play, but it's not going to be easy. Bobby Thomas, Caspin, Denora, Cooper and Peterson. And sometimes this is a challenge of owning the same rear challenger keeper, but joys of having all 3 on in the cheap, and if you were to sell all 3 now you'd basically like triple your money, so there is that possibility as well. Joe Bryan, Romanet, Henderson and Saito for that team. Then all my limited squads, all 5-mans, all starting, so I'm quite happy there. Mix it like Brander Horst, Duner Stahl, Didion, Nardi, Schmidt. Could have put others in here, but joys of making sure, like Shinton for example, but making sure he was in under 23s. Bio, Ritz, Kirsten, really try to go to town. I've not put Kohler anywhere, I think, which was my biggest shock of the day. Yeah, he's not anywhere. Like, then no wait, limited one is classic, but I don't think I've got his in season. Sorry, daydreaming. But like 11,000 people in season, in classic division 2, it's quite startling. Then for classic, warm up for challenger warm up, we've got Trafford, De Kuiper, Zorgen, Lauritsen, and Strukers. Lauritsen hopefully can put in some big numbers to help that out, and it's maybe should have been put into this team with Peterson instead, but hey ho. Contender, because the players for in season have no game, didn't see the point having the squads there at all. Just filling up screen space for no reason and wouldn't be using them. So we only have 2 rare teams this week in Classic. So we've got Malinaka, Calvo, Kono, Ortuno, and Gutierrez. With Yanez, Mai, Robert Pierre, Polido, and Ajida. I was kind of tempted to put in the in-season Kono here instead of Mai, but I thought Yokohama's a favourable game, so it might play into his favour. I had people trying to nab my Cerezo guys like Tanaka and Fernandez, especially, and KGH. But I've gone Murakami, Bigas, Luis Suarez, Tanaka, and Fernandez. Form of old of these 5 legitimately could win this. This would get like 500 plus points if it pops off. Has that potential, but we will wait and see. Then Esketa, Bojanic, Shota, Atienza, and Dubison. Then Sankris, Rosa, Not, Quintero, and Kono. Actually a fun 5 that, with Park Chan-Yong, a recent addition brought in, with Lawal, Lawrence, Barco, and Fitz. Like, honestly, for a 5, this is a cheat code. Feels it anyway. Then the under 23s this week, we've got Shinton, if he hopefully plays, which would be nice, but there is a possibility that he might be on the bench despite the red card because the goalie saved a penalty, so we'll wait and see. And if that is the case, it might also mean Shinton may no longer be starting games. It might be he has dropped, which is not what we want, so we've got to keep wishful thinking, I suppose, unless manager feels like Shinton should be starting, but we'll see what happens with that one. Pollock, Garcia, Joffre, and Brian Reynolds for that. Steskal, because obviously he would not, there's no contender space for him this week, so being able to fit him in here was ideal, because Dakovic is now getting phased out, which is wonderful because of like poor form and whatnot. But Baselli, Espen, Enric, and Dion there. In season Shinton here with Anselmo, Anderson, Rare Hansen, and Erthausen. Kind of pondered Erthausen as captain, but I've went with Anselmo instead. Then Shinton, Collins, Danny Pereira, Hansen, and Nishio, with Bobby Thomas being the card here, with Trafford, Damsgaard, De Kuiper, and Stukers. That actually feels like a cheat code 5. In our best of Europe, we've went with Petrovic, Isco, Van Dijk, Salah, and Marusic. Try to balance out a little bit. Not go heavy on the Liverpool. Try to go the strongest Liverpool goalie that can score high and keep a clean sheet, and then a mid that's playing really well and could bring big numbers, which Isco is doing. So 64 squads in all told. When you look at it, it's comes down to Shinton really for one of the for like 4 squads. But all told, we feel confident about a lot of these squads. Like technically one, like so 7, 8 squads really. Even with that as a 4-man, I still fancy that I get something, which says everything about how well Toulouse are playing just now. So 8 squads, 10 squads out of 64, I suppose. Like in an ideal world, we'd have goalies playing everywhere, but sadly not that lucky, not always that lucky. And can't help the no games. It helps these guys later in the season when it's like midweeks, for example, and you're able to go like, oh, I can field these guys in Barry, sorted. But we'll wait and see what happens, and we'll take it from there. But let me know what you're running this game week, and what your expectations are, and all that good stuff. They said I love how it says for warming up 34 essence. If I got that coming the end of the week, I'll be quite happy. Our focus is building as close to 5 as best as soon as we can, and hope for the best. So have a good one, folks. Take it easy. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you all later.